No. Hello?
Hello. Hello, everybody. You got to throw it in the other direction now, Rich. Awesome. Well done. Oh, excellent. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Friday night. Hello. Right. Some of you might notice somebody that's a little bit different on our troop night tonight. So we're welcoming Martin to us tonight, to our troop nights tonight. Yeah, can't get my words out tonight. It's been a hell of a week. Yeah, so welcome, Martin.
It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Good. Martin's going to do a little bit later on, after flag and after we talk about this week's challenge and a game. Martin will be doing some bits and pieces with us. What are you doing, Reg?
I was just grabbing.
Oh, you squeezing Ashley's head?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Right. Do we have anybody who's willing to come on and do flag break this week? Millicent. Okay. Let's invite Millicent along then. Right. I'm going to send you a link, Millicent. Okay. So if you can get onto that link as soon as possible, please. Okay, I've just WhatsApped it to you, Millicent. Okay. Oh, that sounds funny now because Rich has turned his microphone off. The reason why we can all hear a big whirring in from Rich's microphone is that he's got a brand new, very cool laser engraver or laser printer or laser engraver, which is whirring away in the background, creating something. So you'll have to excuse us for that noise, but it is quite cool. And he is going to do some scouty stuff for us in the future. So all is good. All is good. Right. Okay. So just waiting for Millicent to join the stream. And as soon as she's ready, we can do flag. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you some of the pictures that we've had in of your self-portraits, because we've had some really good ones in. So let me share my screen, and there we go. So there's another one. I thought that's really professional, that one. I like that one a lot.
Was this from last week? I wasn't here last week.
Of course you weren't here. No. So this last week's challenge is for them to create a self-portrait,
right,
out of anything they like. So there's this one here, and then we've got that one there. That's pretty cool. Question that's just come in: when do the self-portraits need to be in by? Every challenge needs to be in by the Sunday after. So you've got 10 days basically. So we set it. You've got a whole week plus 2 days basically. So you've got until this week. You've got until Sunday night. Here's another. I really like that one. That's really cool. Okay, and that one. That's pretty awesome. Some digital ones. And that one. That's cool. I like. Oh, someone's got a Ferrari badge at the bottom there. I like that. Cool. That for you. And Ellie. Cool. Hey, awesome. Bit of a collage going on there, Lewis. Good. Another one. Cool. We got some really good artists in our troops. I'm impressed. That's the last one I've got in so far. So well done, guys. Really, really good. Okay, let's close that off. Right, we have Millicent. So I'm going to invite her onto the stream.
So much.
Right. Hello, Millicent. Hello.
Oh my god, onto the stream.
Hello, Millicent.
Hi.
Hello. I can hear myself back in Millicent's background on YouTube, so I'm just going to remove some other people, if that's all right, guys. I can hear myself back in Millicent's background on YouTube, so I'm just going to remove some other people. There we go. Oh, you ready, Millie? Ready? Yeah. Oh, just like live TV. This.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. No worries. That's all good.
You're meant to be looking at.
Oh. Okay. Are we ready, Millie? That's all right. No worries. That's all good. Okay. Are we ready, Millie?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. Well, there's about a 10-second delay on this one. Okay. So, troop alert.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. Well, there's about a 10-second delay on this one. Okay. So, troop alert.
Good morning.
Okay. When you're ready, Millie. When you're ready, Millie.
Oh no.
Yep. Okay, everybody salute. Yep. Okay, everybody salute. Okay, and trooperties. Thank you, Millie. Well done. Thank you, Millie. Well done. Okay, let's add everybody back in. There we go. Okay. Oh, Richard disappeared from his screen. That's fine. Okay, so thank you very much, Millie. Well done. We'll need to work out a few kinks on that when we do that again, I think. Okay, cool. Right. So we've seen a few from last week's challenge. Well done. Right, let's have a bit of a game, shall we? Oh, Rich has just appeared again, so let's add him on. There we go. Hello, Rich. Okay, so what I want you to do, very quick game. I want you to send us pictures of you with as many other people in your household, whether that be pretend people or real people. Just you and them. Yeah, some selfies. Send them in when you can. Okay, go. Cool. Right, so hopefully we'll get some pictures in shortly, guys.
Rich, you can go first.
Sorry, I just had to run off because Loki was trying to get into the chicken pen.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, what have I forgotten? I've forgotten the background music, haven't I, for our games?
Yeah.
Keep forgetting to sort out background music for our games. Yeah.
There's someone that's watching, but they're not giving me their name and they're being quite irrelevant. So I asked them who he is, and he was like, Boy Man is someone, and then he was like, SpongeBob and Shrek is life. And I was like, keep your comments relevant. I was like, I need to know who you are in order to take register, and he still hasn't messaged saying his name.
All right.
So
okay. All right, no worries. Okay, all right. Scouts, listen up, please. I know some of you are out getting photos right now, but we need the chat to be appropriate, okay? If you want any of what we do on our Scout nights to count towards any badges we need to be able to do the register. If we don't do a register, whatever we do can't be counted towards badge work. All right. So Ashley does the register every week as best she can. So please try and cooperate. Also, those of you that are joining us for the camp or from tomorrow night, don't forget that we've got age ranges from 6 all the way up to 14, and obviously adults and young leaders above that. Okay, so we've got some really young people on the chat, so you really need to be careful what you say. Okay, the older sections sometimes say things that the little people might find either bizarre or they might consider bullying or anything like that. So just be careful, guys. All right. Yeah.
So it's Leonardo. The bio man is Leonardo again. He changes his name each week.
Oh, come on, guys! If you keep changing your name, we can't work out who you are. That doesn't help. Okay, right. We got some pictures coming in. Oh, I think.
Oh, like the one Christopher sent in.
We got loads. Oh, Kai's done well. He's got 4 people in his. Right, let's save some of these down, shall we? So that I can show them on the screen. Come on. Okay, we'll give people another few minutes. And cool. Come on, computer.
Oh, he's with us. Oh.
What?
Lewis's picture.
I need to get a fast computer. Okay. That's the first one we had. That's Kai. Well done, Kai. That's a good one. And hey, that's an extremely cute picture.
That's what I said.
Awesome. And I think I've only got 4. Oh, cheer up. Turn that frown upside down. Okay, I only picked the first few on that one. But that's cool. Keep them coming, guys. If you've got any more that you've taken that you want to send us, please do send them in. Cool. Right. All right, I can hear myself back from somebody.
It's not me. I've got it. I've got it muted.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's Ash because I've just muted her.
Not Ash again.
Okay, right. I hope we're all back now. Yeah, well done, guys. Keep sending them in. Oh, I like Matty's one. He's got Lego people. Oh, and Lewis has been very clever. He's got a picture of us. Awesome. I'll show a few more of those later on, guys. Cool. Oh, Mellie's been very clever. She's drawn lots of stick people on a piece of paper, so there's lots and lots and lots of people. Very cool. Awesome. Oh, we've got. Oh, that was earlier. That's fine. Cool. Right. Okay. So, as I said earlier, we have a guest with us tonight, as you can see, Martin, with his fantastic hair. And he's got something he wants to talk to you all about. So, if it's all right with you, Martin, I shall make you full screen, and you can do your bit if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Cool. Right.
Okay. Right. So, I know many of you probably recognise half of me. Oh, I can see myself a bit more now. Some of you might be able to recognise half of me. Just not. It's not quite making sense now. I'm actually Louis from Wednesday Night Cubs, so I know a lot of you. So yes, Ollie Harper, I do remember you, and yes, I've looked through the chat, and yes, a lot of you I do know. But since we've had lockdown, all the hairdressers have closed, so I haven't been able to get a haircut, so I've had to grow it out. Well, do you think it's a wig? Do you think can I get away with it or not? All right, it is a wig. But I actually shaved my head, and I actually prefer the wig. So I'm actually been wearing the wig because it looks better than the bald. But you know, different hairstyles work for everyone. But that's not what I've come to talk to you about anyway. So as I say, many of you will know me from Cubs on Wednesday night, but I actually have a different job with the Scouts, and it's called the District Youth Commissioner. So Scouting is broken down into little bits. So your scout troop is a section, and my cub pack is a section, and beavers is a section. And in Broadstone, we've got 3 beaver colonies, 3 cub packs, and 3 scout troops. That's because our group scout leader Kim loves opening sections. It's her favourite thing to do, and I'm sure she'll open another 10 in the next few years. But yeah, we're really lucky to have such a fantastic group. And Broadstone is a group, not a section. And in Poole, there are 11 scout groups. So you've got Camford Heath, and you've got Lilliput, you've got Poole North, you've got the Sea Scouts, you've all sorts of groups, and they all make up Poole District. And we're really lucky to be in Poole District because obviously scouting started in Poole. Now it's quite a political debate, but if anyone asks you, scouting started in Poole, okay? So I'm glad we cleared that up. But in the district, there is a team, just like in your scout troop, there's a team. So Mark and Rich and Ashley, they're the people you see every week. But in the district, we've got a team. And our job in the district is to talk to each other and figure out how we can make scouting the best it can be. Now, I know you're probably wondering what my job is, the crazy hair or this district youth commissioner. So the district youth commissioner, what it is the Scouts Association is a big organisation. There's 500,000 scouts in the UK, and obviously the Scouts are the biggest youth movement in the world. And you know, we can't just let it all do willy-nilly. I mean, my cub pack, you know, we do things willy-nilly all the time, but there is a point to it. And the Scouts in this country have a strategy, and it's called Skills for Life. And what they want to do as part of that strategy is lay out what they want to happen. And the main thing they want to happen is they want the movement to be youth shaped. They want it to be youth led. So what that basically means is you've got all your leaders that you know, myself and Mark and Rich and Ashley, but actually this movement, no one gets paid. Yeah, this organisation, no one picks up their briefcase and goes to the scout hut and gets paid. We're all volunteers, and we're a voluntary movement, and it only happens because we do it. Now, what we want to do is sort of encourage you to have a think. You know, we're not going to be around forever. I mean, this hair is going to go grey at some point. I mean, it's nearly there now, but I've just touched it up. But yeah, we're not going. That's just made it worse, isn't it? We're not going to be around forever. Now, who's going to run the Scouts Association when all of the leaders you know about now are gone? When you're an adult, hopefully it's you. Yeah. That's what we want to encourage. Now, I hope you'd be excited about being a leader, the concept of being a leader, and the concept of carrying on being a scout for the rest of your life, because it is incredibly exciting. And you get a lot out of your scouting week in, week out. You do all these activities, you'll go rock climbing and camping and all sorts of bits and bobs, but actually we get just as much out of it as well. We really enjoy it. Scouting's a bit like a family, and we have a laugh. And, you know, Mark is a very experienced scout leader. You know, I've done sort of 3 or 4 years, but, you know, I'm not great at knots. And sometimes when I've got to teach you some knots, I'm up the night before learning the knots. But actually that's okay, because I'm learning and you're learning. So Scouts is brilliant, and it brings us all together to do fun things. And actually it's a global thing as well. So a lot of you, hopefully at some point, if you haven't already, will go to a jamboree. And I think you were set to go to Essex Jamboree, I remember Mark saying, but obviously because of the closing of the barber shops, that's been cancelled. But jamborees are fantastic because they bring Scouts and Guides together from all over the world, and you can do jamborees in this country. You don't have to go abroad, but you know, we just had the World Scout Jamboree in America, and that was fantastic. So getting together, doing fun things, family atmosphere, you're going abroad, you're doing jamborees, you're meeting new people, and Scouts always have that thing in common, yeah, the values. So the Scout law, well, I'm most familiar with the Cub Scout law, which all of you should be, because hopefully you've all done Cubs. Is Cub Scouts always do their best, think of others before themselves, and do a good turn every day. And that's just common sense. If you follow that in life, then you can't go wrong. But if you meet another Scout who's wearing a neckerchief, then you'll know that they feel exactly the same way, and you'll get on with them straight away. So Scouts is fantastic to be a part of, and it's something that you can do past Scouts. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, so I've done Beavers, and I've done Cubs, and now I'm in Scouts. So what comes after Scouts? Yeah. So just put in the comments for me, what comes next? Let me have a quick look through the comments. What comes after Scouts? Should all know, hopefully. I'm a cow. Am I even live? There we go. Explorers, Adventure Scouts. Yeah, so Explorers. So Explorers comes after Scouts. So once you get, hopefully, your Gold Chief Scout Award, you'll be able to go up to Explorers, and then you'll be able to work towards different awards. Now, I really want to talk to you, have the opportunity to talk to you about Explorers and the awards that you can do in Explorers, but also what happens when you turn 18, and what happens with young leaders, and what happens with network, and what happens with doing expeditions abroad and all these sorts of things. And I want to have questions from you. I want you to know about all these things because it's exciting. And, you know, I painted a really good picture of Scouting that is exciting. But what we want you to do is stay in Scouting and get involved with the things that are in that strategy that we talked about, all those awards, do them. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. So Explorers, 14 to 18. Yeah, so we do have an Explorer troop in Broadstone. It's Lemurs. It's run by Jamie. And, you know, that's really good. And Explorers is one of 6. There are 6 Explorer units in Poole. So you can go to any one of them. You might want to go to Broadstone because it's a bit more convenient, but you could go to any one of them. And actually, in Explorers, you're encouraged to be a little bit more independent. I'm sure you're pretty independent in Scouts now, but you're encouraged to be even more independent, and you'll be doing all sorts of things. Now, the awards that you can work towards in Explorers are your Chief Scout Platinum and your Chief Scout Diamond. Now, they follow a similar setup to your Chief Scout awards that you've done in the past. So they'll involve nights away, they'll involve expeditions, they'll involve getting involved in your local community and traditional scouting. Now, another thing that happens in Explorers, as soon as you turn 14, so not even that far away, as soon as you turn 14, you can be a young leader. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth is a young leader? Now, it's basically just a leader, and that's it, yeah? So the only difference is with safeguarding, okay? If you're a leader, you're a leader, yeah? We want to recruit just as many leaders as we do leaders, because youngsters are, in a way, even more important than us leaders, because you're the future. Now, with the young leader scheme, when you turn 14, you might decide you want to be a young leader. So what that involves would belong to a section, so it could be Beavers or Cubs or Scouts, and you'd go and volunteer there, and you'd be a leader, and you'd work with the section leader and the assistant leaders, the adults over 18, and you'd be a part of that leadership team. And it would involve you going to leadership meetings. You would have to play a part in managing the section. You'd have to get involved with the activities over. You might learn a little bit about, risk assessment and all sorts of things we have to consider. And when you're a young leader, you work towards your young leader award scheme. Okay, and there is a young leader's belt that you get for completing that. Now, when you're an adult leader, when you turn 18, you work towards your would-be, which I haven't got on actually, but I have done mine. So it's basically a load of modules, and it teaches you all about safeguarding and health and safety and how to do this. I think I learned how to cook a fish at some point. I'm not sure that was supposed to be part of the module, but I did. And the Young Leader Scheme has its own training scheme, and you will be trained. And it's actually really worthwhile doing, young leaders, for reasons I'll talk about in a minute, but also the training scheme. Because if you complete the Young Leaders Training Scheme, not only do you get a cool belt, but it's actually an accredited qualification that you can put on your CV. So imagine doing your GCSEs, doing your A-levels, getting to the age of 18, and you've already got a leadership qualification. That's pretty cool. Now, the other thing that's really good about young leaders is that you get to give something back. So one of the reasons why I chose to come back to scouting. So I wasn't a beaver, I wasn't a cub, I was a scout. And I was a scout in Broadstone, in Springdale Scout Troop. And I'm sure Mark will remember that because he's very, very old. But yeah, 10 years ago, I was a scout where you are now. There wasn't a pandemic, but, did the same sorts of things when we are at the hall. But this is just as cool. And I got to the age of 17 5 years ago, and I thought, well, I've got a little bit of spare time. I don't now, but at the time, I had a little bit of spare time, and I thought, I want to give something back, because I remember the leaders that led me, Mark and Zoran and Skip, old Skip, they did that for me. And like I said at the beginning, Scouts is a voluntary thing. They didn't get paid for doing that. And I got a lot out of scouting when I was a scout. I found it fantastic, and I really enjoy giving back. Yeah. So if you do become a young leader and you go away to a beaver colony or a cutback, and it doesn't have to be in Broadstone either, you can volunteer in any section in the world. I mean, if you went to the cutback in China, you would probably have to do quarantine all the time, so it wouldn't work. But enjoy the variety. There's loads of scouting out there, and great training scheme and a great experience. Okay. So that's Explorers, that comes after Scouts, and that's the Young Leader Scheme. Okay, and I talked about the 2 Chief Scout Awards that you can do in Explorers. Now what I want to talk about is combing my hair back, because it's getting in my eyes, but also what happens when you turn 18. So I think a lot of people, they know a lot about beavers and cubs and scouts, but they know a little bit about Explorers, and they don't really know what happens after that. So you don't just stop becoming a scout when you turn 18, okay? Even if you're a beaver, yeah, if you make your scout promise, you have to keep it forever. Yeah, it's a legally binding thing. Okay, and you turn 18, and what happens next? Well, you're still a scout. I'm a scout now, scout leader. But even if I wasn't a leader, you're still a scout, because you are still part of that movement, and you can rejoin at any time. And with young leaders, in the same way that adult leaders run, we want leadership to be flexible. So you don't if you were a young leader, you wouldn't have to go every week. You might choose to go once a month. You might choose to go on camps just to help out. You might be doing art at school, and you might be able to run art workshops for young people. So it's all about maximizing your skills. So you really need to think about how you can get involved in scouting, because everyone's got skills. I mean, even in your pack nights, if you can do something cool with lasers, then do it, as long as it's safe and doesn't burn anyone. So I'm losing my train of thought. So we're talking about 18, weren't we? So that big birthday. So you turn 18, you go and have your party, and then you're still a scout. Network. Okay, so Network comes after Explorers, and it's for ages 18 to 25. Now, Network isn't necessarily structured. It's not you go to the hall every week and you do this and you do this and you do that. But Network is actually scouts aged 18 to 25. And what's really good to do at Network, meeting with other scouts that are of that age, is to do the top awards. Now, when I say top awards, obviously each section will have its top award. So beavers will have the bronze, and cubs will have the silver, and you will have the gold. And in Explorers, you can do platinum and diamond. But when you get to the age of 18, there are 3 massive awards that you can do. And we want as many people to do them because they are out of this world. Now, you might be thinking that you have to organise a cake sale on the side of the road. No, this is not what we're talking about here. So I'm going to go through the 3 top awards. Now, these are the biggest awards in scouting. Okay, so pay close attention to this bit. Scouts of the World Award, that's the first one. Okay, and that involves one big project, basically. And like I say, that's not doing a cake stall out in the street. That might be doing something that leaves an impact, a legacy. Okay, so one of the things that I am doing for my award, because, you know, I'm 21, nearly 22, you know, I'm still within that age range. I still consider myself a young person, even though the hair's gone a bit crazy. But for my Scouts of the World Award, one of the things I noticed when I was doing my Scouts training is that there wasn't much training on bereavement. And bereavement means when people die, and that's quite a common part of life, but it can be really sad for a lot of people. And what I wanted to do was involve Mosaic, a local bereavement charity, and get them to do some training sessions around the county, Dorset, which is just above District, and, you know, talk about bereavement in scouting and raise some money for them as well. So that's sort of what I'm thinking about. And you have to be really creative, and you have to do a ton of volunteering for that, because you need to get stuck in. So that's your Scouts of the World Award. To kick it off, you have to do a weekend somewhere. I did a weekend at Fernycroft, and what you're looking at on that weekend is you're sitting with a guy and he's talking to you about sustainable development goals. And that's basically the targets of how we can make the world a better place. And you have to tie those targets into your project. Okay, I know it's a lot. You can make notes if you like. Number 2, and number 2 is a little bit more simple. So this is the Explorer Belt. Okay, so not to be confused with the Young Leader Belt. The Young Leader Belt you do in Young Leaders, an actual training scheme for when you're a young leader. The Explorer Belt is a 10-day I keep saying exhibition, not like an art exhibition, an expedition abroad. Okay, so this isn't walking around Old Harry Rocks. This isn't even walking up to London and then Scotland. This is walking around Uganda or Canada or Ireland. So that's where you go abroad and you do a massive trek, 10 days covering a massive distance. It's a physical challenge. There are adaptations there. There's flexibility. You don't have to cover all of your distance by foot, but it's meant to be the adventure of a lifetime. Okay, and you can do that in a group. You can do that from the age of 16. Okay, but only if you have a leader coordinating it. If you're 18 or over, you can just do it. You can just go with other people. All right. So we talked about Scouts of the World Award, which is the big project. We talked about the Explorer Belt, which is the adventure of a lifetime abroad, has to be abroad. And the final one is the top award. Now, I'm going to be really impressed. I'm going to look back at my comments. I've got a badge here for whoever can tell me what the top award is. What's the top award? Anyone know what the top award in scouting is? No, no one's got it yet. No. One person? Does one person know what the top award is? Yes, Jasper's got it. There we go. And you were in my pack, Jasper, weren't you? So I would have harped on about that for ages with you. So Jasper, you've earned yourself a Skills for Life badge. You probably already got it from me, but there you go. You can come and collect a second one. Maybe give it to George, or not. Give it to Mum. So yeah, the Queen Scout Awards. So if you remember one thing from what I've said to you, you know, I've talked about how scouting is a voluntary movement and we want you to take over one day. I've talked about how young leaders, you can be a leader in a section. I've talked about the awards you can do in Explorers. I've talked about the expedition, and I've talked about the project, but the Queen Scout Award is the top one, the top award in scouting. Now, the Queen Scout Award involves, it's almost too much to talk about. It's a massive award, and it involves you doing 2 5-day wild expeditions. It involves you doing a residential 5 days somewhere else in the country, doing some voluntary work. It involves years of voluntary work, years of physical development and working on skills. It involves running projects. You can tie in your Scouts of the World Award and your Explorer Belt with your Queen Scout Award. Now, when you get your Queen Scout Award, it's presented to you by, who do you think? Not me, not Mark, not even Kim. It's presented by the royal family. Yeah. So I always make a joke in my pack when investing cubs about, are they ready to become the Queen? But you know, if you actually did get your Queen Scout Award, you may well be stood in the same room as the Queen. She does go. Yeah, sometimes. You're not quite retired. You might get it by Prince William. Yeah, so the future King of England. You might get it from Kate Middleton. So yeah, it's not going to be Krusty the Clown. It's going to be a member of the royal family. And they don't come to your house. They don't knock on your door. You go to a palace, Windsor Palace up in London, and you have a big day of celebration. Bear Grylls usually goes as well, so you'll get to meet Bear Grylls. And you'll get a badge, your Queen Scout Award badge, and it's the Queen's crown, and it will go on your chest. And that's the top thing. Now, obviously, that's the top award in scouting, but also there's a lot of amazement in being a leader. And yeah, service awards. It's amazing the amount of leaders that have done scouting all their life. I know Rocky, one of the leaders who was with our group, did a countless amount of years. I think it's pretty much all his life. And it's an amazing thing to do. It's an amazing thing to do. So I'm trying to think what else there is. I suppose the only other thing I can say is that many of you might go to school and your geography teacher will say, why don't you do the Duke of Edinburgh? Now, you can do the Duke of Edinburgh through your school, but you can also do the Duke of Edinburgh through the Scouts Association. The Scouts Association, Dorset, they pay for Scouts to do the Duke of Edinburgh Award, yeah, for the license to deliver the activities. So you can do the Duke of Edinburgh Award with the Scouts. Okay, so you don't have to do that with school. And if you do your Duke of Edinburgh Bronze, it ties in with your Platinum Award. And if you do your Duke of Edinburgh Silver, then it ties in with your Diamond Award. And if you do your Duke of Edinburgh Gold, then it ties in with your Queen Scout Award. So if you do your Queen Scout Award, you might as well do your Duke of Edinburgh Award as well, because you get a 2-for-1, a buy one, get one free. Okay. Okay, so I've whittled on for ages. So I hope I've told you lots of things that maybe you didn't know. Okay. So the key message is that there's a lifetime of scouting out there, whether it's in leadership or whether it's in active scouting. Like I say, you can do that Queen Scout up until you're age 25. So go and do it. Go and do it. And don't do it. You'll find that you'll enjoy it. It's never a task, because you'll find yourself doing these, you know, what an experience to say that you've been in Dartmoor in the middle of the wild with no water and no food. Well, you're supposed to save yourself some. Looking up at the stars in the middle of nowhere, no people. And that those sorts of experiences you just can't get in your football club. So scouting is so special in that specific way. So go for the top awards, keep scouting, and enjoy it all the way. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I haven't looked at any of the messages, but I'm happy to answer some questions if you've got any.
Awesome stuff.
Is there any exciting questions?
Thank you, Martin. I'm sure we'll get some questions in a second.
You're welcome.
And you're right.
Did I cover everything?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, including saying that I'm not that I'm old.
Well, you.
I was one of your leaders at one point, so yes.
There you go.
Right, let's add everybody else in. We've also got another Martin joined us tonight as well, and he's not on the screen, but oh no, I think he's about to. There he is.
Hey.
There he is.
Hey, hello, Martin.
Hang on, I need to sort out my lighting.
I think you were finishing Scouts around about the same time, weren't you?
Yes, we were in the same scout troop.
Yeah, because I think the camp that I ran over the other side of Southampton was your last camp, both of you.
It was,
Maybe?
Yeah, when we
Yeah,
went down to
yeah.
Portsmouth and the dockyards and all that sort of stuff. That was a good camp. That I enjoyed that. Do you realise that was in 2012?
So you're making me feel old.
How do you think it makes me feel?
Exactly. I mean, you are. So.
Thanks. Well, the head kind of shows that, doesn't it, really? Yeah. Okay, do we have any questions, guys and girls, out there, please?
I probably boggled your brains now, haven't I?
Yeah,
Too
probably.
Too much.
That's all right. Well, if we do have any questions that come in after the troop night, we can always pass them on, and then you can answer them for us, mate.
By all means. Right. Well,
Cool.
I'm gonna shoot off. I'm probably gonna go to bed now and comb my hair before I do.
It's only 8:20.
Well, I did the night shift.
Right.
Right. I will see you all soon at the virtual events where, yeah, we'll see how the hair goes.
Cool.
Good night, Scout.
Thank you,
See you
mate.
later.
Bye
See you
bye.
later.
Awesome stuff. Thank you to Martin for that. Awesome stuff. Okay. So yeah, lots. Even though you're already in the third section, there are still so many cool things that you can do. And just the challenges get bigger and bigger the further you go into scouting. So it's really, really awesome. I don't know how many of you saw my posts on WhatsApp and on Facebook the other day, but those of you that took part in Wes Scoutadelic will soon be getting your badges because they have all arrived.
Ooh.
Got a huge pile of them on my desk here. So as soon as I can, I will be sending them out to you. So you better brush up on your sewing skills, get them on those camp blankets. Although you could put them on your uniform in that position on the top of your breast pocket because it's an event badge. So you can wear those for up to a year.
Are we not going to put
what, Ash?
Right, let me speak. Hold your horses. Right, are we not going to let put Josh's badge that he done on our uniform there?
Yes.
Because aren't we only supposed to have one on there?
Simple answer, yes. Well, supposed to. Amber's got about 3 up there at the moment now.
It's not the end of the world, is it? If you put it
No,
on.
exactly. It's not the end of the world. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the more the better. As far as I'm concerned, I think the more badges on a uniform, the better. Just don't tell Reagan that. Never know, he might be watching this stream. Hello, Reagan, if you are. Reagan, by the way, everybody, is our district commissioner. He is in charge of the whole of Poole Scouting. He's the man called what's his nickname? Gooner, Mr. Gooner on district camps and things like that. And he's the one that holds up the daft dragon puppet on St. George's Day.
He's also the one that wakes everybody up with loud speakers at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. Right. Okay. We've got another thing for you guys to get involved with now. And this one is from Ashley. So I'm going to bring something up on the screen and I will give it over to Ashley in a second. There we go. Fabulous. Let's make that.
Don't show the answers.
Full screen.
There
we go. Sorry. I forgot that bit. Sorry, dear. Nobody saw, honestly. It was fine. It's fine. Okay, over to you, Ash.
So basically, for the communicator's badge, you need to do a bit of Morse code. So we're going to practice a few Morse code things. Mark, did you send out the thing? You didn't. Well, are you gonna put it on the WhatsApp?
Sorry, my fault. Should I put it on the WhatsApp now for you?
Yeah, it would be helpful.
Okay. Right. Okay. My apologies.
I wouldn't
My
do that.
apologies. Did you WhatsApp it to me? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, you're still sharing your
No,
screen.
you've already done it. There it is.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm sorry. Let's stop that. There we go.
Oh God, you're just going to expose everyone's numbers.
Right. You really need to sort out your audio, Ashley. It's terrible. You need a headset.
Well, do you want me to go and get it back? Oh wait, I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, everybody. I'm going to send something on the WhatsApp group. I'm hoping most of you will be able to. Actually, what we could do, Ash, is show it on the screen as well. People can do a screenshot. And then.
Well, it's on the second slide.
Where is it? Because I'm aware that I'm aware that not everybody is on WhatsApp, I believe. So if I share, yeah. Okay, right. So as Ashley just said, we're going to do some Morse code, and you're going to decipher some messages in Morse code and find out what they are. So there's your Morse code cheat sheet. Basically, your decipher code. All right. So those of you that are not using WhatsApp, take a screenshot of this now so that you've got a record of it so that you can work out what's what. We're also going to share it on the WhatsApp group. Ashley, can you share it on the WhatsApp group for us?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing it now.
Fabulous. Well done. Thank you. Sorry, with everything else going on, I kind of forgot to do that bit. But yeah, so take a screenshot of this if you can. It'll also be shared on WhatsApp any second now. Yeah, and then what we'll do, we'll ask you some questions on the screen and you can work them out. And then in the chat or on WhatsApp, please tell us what you think they are.
Right, it should have gone through, but I had to
Okay, that's fine.
I couldn't leave it for some reason.
That's fine. Right, okay. So I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to bring up. Okay. Share screen. There we go. Oh, flashy, flashy. Oh, that's not good, is it? What's going on there?
Please don't. Hold on.
Right, let's stop sharing that. What's going on there? That's not helpful. Right, let's try the next.
Just don't show the answers this time.
No, absolutely not. Right, I'm going to show the next slide then, which is the first one. Hopefully it won't flash at us this time. There we go. That's better. Right.
Right, so what you need to do is use the thing that we just got you to screenshot and send on the WhatsApp to try and work out what this set of Morse code spells. It's one word.
Okay, cool.
This is where we need Isaac, because Isaac had the countdown music. We now don't have that because Isaac is in here.
Let's Google it, shall we? And I'll do it myself.
Better make sure we don't break any copyright infringement laws here.
Oh well.
It's not really going to affect anything, is it?
Right.
Cool.
So, yes, most of you have got it right. The answer was, next slide.
Let's hope it doesn't flash at us. There we go. Woohoo!
Scouts.
I like that
Next.
picture.
Yeah, I like it too.
I took it.
I wasn't in it. I dodged that one.
Oh, well, I'm in it, so that's all right.
I'm not in it because I took the picture.
I don't think I was even there on that though.
No, you weren't. No.
Oh, well.
It
Bad
was
mark.
just the three of us.
Bad
Are we
mark.
ready for the next one?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, so we're getting a bit trickier now. There's now 2 words for you to find out.
Might have to play this twice. It's a bit trickier, this one, isn't it?
Well, considering how quickly they got the last one, I think some of them will be alright.
Should we do it again?
You guys are going nuts.
Yeah, do it once more because only 2 people submitted answers.
Okay, here we go again then.
Make sure you're not just copying other people's answers and you're actually working it out.
Did you like my little Cyberman?
I wasn't really watching, to be perfectly honest.
It's my Cyberman.
He's
I
cute.
like my Cyberman, yes, absolutely. Okay, do we have any answers then? Oh, we do.
We do.
Fabulous.
They all seem to be right.
Awesome stuff. Well done. Okay, so are we ready for the next one?
Well, you haven't shown the answer slide yet.
Oh, sorry, there we go.
There's a very good picture of him as well. Who is the founder of Scouts?
Yes. Sir
Yeah.
Robert Baden-Powell. Excellent stuff. Okay, next one then.
Yep. Right, so the hint was this is a classic scouting phrase. Once again, there is 2 words, one short.
Second time, Ash, or not?
No, they've pretty much
Ooh.
got it.
Oh, nice. Well done,
Yeah.
guys. They're getting the hang of this, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. That's it.
I hope no
Fab.
one's cheating.
Yeah,
Of course they're
I-
cheating.
Oh, well, if they are, then it's their loss, isn't it? Really, you know,
It's fun code breaking.
it is fun. It is.
Right,
This
so
is good preparation because I'm going to prepare some really difficult things in the future.
well, yeah. They need to start to learn the phonetic alphabet, not gonna lie to you. So that's
Yep.
in the
That's
Yeah.
easy.
Is that in the badge requirements?
yeah, on the one that I've done for it, yeah.
I know at least 4 scouts that should have learnt their phonetic alphabet because they came on the aviation camp with us in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they needed to learn it for that. Okay, well done. Right, next one, Ash. Yeah.
Well, you haven't shown the answer slide yet.
Oh,
Yeah, the answer was the motto, be prepared.
awesome.
Right, now you can go on to the next one.
Okay, thank you, Ash. You need to tell me these things. You see, I'm stupid. I don't know what to do. You see.
Yeah, clearly. Not the top genius food. Right, this one's hint is this one is a place. You're gonna have to do it again.
Oh, I can see an answer already.
Not the correct answer.
Mm.
I'll give you
Okay.
that.
Who's at the door? Oh, that was feedback.
I don't know why people are getting P's at the end. But,
Awesome.
but yes, it was in fact Gilwell.
The reason why there might be two
Oh,
P's
I
at the end
don't-
is because there are two
Martin,
P's.
just be quiet. Martin, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Ignore Martin. It's all correct. Moving on. Be quiet. Yes, it was in fact Gilwell Park where some of us went on Scarefest.
Did you make a mistake, Ashley?
No, not at all. Stop. Right, I'm never doing quizzes or anything again. I'm not even kidding. I got completely shamed in front of 40 scouts last week because I got a quiz wrong.
Oh,
So
don't
Martin,
worry.
be quiet. Yes,
Being
that
a-
is the details, and that is the correct spelling in my head.
Okay, fantastic. So shall I show the answer now?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Awesome stuff. Being a scout leader is all about making a fool of yourself. Did you see me at the wake up song camp a couple of weeks ago?
Did you see me at the campfire doing Pick Up the Worm and Baby Shark?
Exactly. Okay. Right. Is there another one, Ash?
Yeah, there's one more.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's a long one.
Wow,
Ooh.
you chose it.
Did I?
You did. Funny enough.
Okay.
Right. Find what is here.
Right. So first they need to decipher what's there, and then they need to go and find that whatever it is, do they?
Yeah. So you might need to do it like 5 times.
Is this correct?
Shush.
Shut up. Mute him. I don't need your input.
And again.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it comes.
How do you spell your way? Dan, that's not the answer we're looking for.
Don't worry,
Ash?
Kai. We're giving you plenty of time. Don't worry.
Ash, what letter has 5 dashes?
Letter. It's not a letter.
Don't give them clues.
Martin, just be quiet. Mute yourself. Be quiet.
Do we want the music again?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
I'm trying to fix my PowerPoint.
It's Apple.
It's still not giving the correct answer. That's not what we're looking for. You've got to find what is there.
Okay. So
None
yeah.
of us got it.
So the grid reference, you need to find out where that grid reference goes then. So if you look up OS maps online and enter this grid ref, or use one of the many other sites online that will allow you to look up grid references, it will tell you where you need to be or where we're looking for. Sorry, Ash, I missed that.
I've sent you the updated version.
Anybody got the answer yet?
Nope.
Nothing yet. Come on, guys, you can do this.
Dan's asked, what map do we use?
An OS map. An OS map that we always use in scouting. We teach you map work. We teach you about, in fact, was it a week before last, or maybe a recent week anyway? Skip was on and he taught you all about grid references. Come on. There must be some people out there that could get the right answer for us.
I'm not gonna lie, I did recognise the grid reference. I just wasn't sure what it was.
You did recognise it?
Yeah, I recognised it.
Okay, cool.
Just couldn't remember what from.
Oh, we're getting closer.
Oh,
We're getting some answers in, which is good. Yeah. Romford Hill.
where's that?
I don't know. Maybe it was on the map that I just didn't see it. But yes, we've got some relatively right answers. Because don't forget, that's a 6-figure grid reference, so that's 100 meters, isn't it? That's quite a lot in one space. Wolverhampton, no. The Celtic Sea, no. Okay. Spain, no, definitely not Spain. Okay, should we put them out of their misery, Ash?
Yep.
Okay.
So it was the Broadstone Island campsite.
Yes, where it all started. So well done. Well done. Yep, absolutely. Some people said the Baden-Powell stone. Some people said Brownsea Island. Some people said other bits and pieces on Brownsea. Yep, good. So a lot of you had that right. So well done. On my mum's phone, it says in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So that grid reference took you to a part of Brownsea Island. In that part is Brownsea Island campsite. So yes, thank you, Ashley. Awesome stuff.
That's all right. I've corrected it now.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Rich.
Yep.
Would you like to do us a knot tonight?
Certainly. Ooh.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's stop this bit. Fabulous.
Okie dokie then.
People off, and I shall remove me.
Okay. Right. So this is probably the easiest knot you will ever come across. It's even easier than the clove hitch, and it's even easier than the reef knot. But we're going to work on this next week as well, this same knot. So it's the figure 8. So get your piece of rope. I'm going to do this in reverse, so bear with me. I'm going to try and do reverse because normally I'd have a camera pointing down so you can see what I see. But if you see what I see from the camera, then it's going to be back to front for you, if that makes sense. So get your piece of rope. This is the working end, right? Okay. So all I want you to do is twist it round like that. See your working end. Let's do that again. Okay. Then you're going to get the top of this one and twist it like so. Then you're going to go through the center, and there you have your figure 8. Should we do it again? So there's my working end there, look. I come along a little bit, and I'm going to literally just do that. Okay, my working end's down here now, look. And I'm going to grab the top and I'm going to twist it round like so. Working end through the hole, and there's your figure of 8. Next week, we're going to turn this figure 8 into a double figure of 8. So practice this week. It's so simple. We'll do it again. Okay. So there's our hoop, look. Twist it round. Pop that through there. Oh, dropped it. Figure 8. So there you go, guys. Very, very simple. Next week, you need to get this right so we can work off of this and create a double figure 8.
Cool.
Okay, Mark?
Brilliant. Yeah, thanks, Rich. Awesome stuff. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. Oh, there's lots of great pictures coming in of figure of 8s. Well done, everybody. Good, good. I'm going to put, we haven't got, Martin's just, oh, there he is. Fabulous. Hello, Martin. There you are. Right. Okay. So we're running a bit further into time than we would normally because, well, let's blame Martin because he waffled on a bit. So think about next week's challenge, guys. What would you like to do for, let's have some suggestions in for next week's challenge. So we've done lots of things up to now. This week, or this last week's was do a portrait of yourself, self-portrait. Think about what you want to do for a challenge, or suggest some challenges for this week coming. While you think about that, we've got some birthdays. What's that, Martin? Knock, knock. Ashley. What about what, Ash? What is she doing? I can't unmute Ashley.
I was just talking to myself.
Yeah, as usual.
Having a rant through the screen without you guys actually hearing me. Yeah.
About us what?
I was just having a rant about you guys without you hearing me.
Okay then, as you do. Right. Yes.
You always told me.
Right.
Point
Shush.
the
Right.
people, and
Right.
I'm the kid.
Ashley's gone on mute. There we go. Right. Right. Okay. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, someone's birthdays. So we've missed a couple. So Alex was last Sunday. Happy birthday, Alex, for last Sunday. Lucy was last Monday. Happy birthday, Lucy. And George from Brookdale Troop, his birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, George. Happy birthday, all three of you. Hopefully, all the dates of birth are correct on OSM, because this is where I get all the birthdays from. So if your birthday is coming up, or we've just missed it, or anything like that, and I haven't said it, that means it's wrong on OSM, and your parents need to tell us. So yeah, happy birthday, guys. George, are you coming to camp this coming weekend? I hope so, because we can say happy birthday again, or actually on your birthday. Speaking of which, we've got Broadstone's big camp at home starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here on our Broadstone Scouts YouTube channel. You'll already see the scheduled videos, live streams. If you haven't signed up for it, but you do want to take part, then please ask your parents to sign you up through the parent portal on OSM. If you haven't signed up but you take part, we won't be able to get a badge to you. Okay. And also we want plenty of pictures in, as usual, of you guys taking part, because if we don't have any proof or anything like that, again, I'm afraid you won't get a badge. All right. And we can't also award you any nights away either. Okay, cool. Right. So have we got any suggestions for the next next challenge? So,
I really like Katie's suggestion. Recreate a famous film or TV show scene.
right. Cool. Yeah.
So someone mentioned baking the cake. Beth,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Beth.
Yeah,
Baking
Yeah.
the cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesse said about they thought it was camp tonight. Well, you can camp tonight if you want to, and that will be counted on your nights away. But the actual proper live event starts tomorrow at 6. And I'll be there, and Jill or Kim, our group scout leader, will be there, and lots of other people. I think we've got nearly 100 people signed up for the event tomorrow, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Chris Sherwood, best den or shelter? I think we've done that, haven't we?
We did that. I think the first week we did this, or this first or second week anyway. It was one of those. Ashley's still chatting to herself in the background there. Hello, Ash.
Jay Radcliffe, the best stack of pancakes.
Cool.
Eat a cake, best figure of 8. Yeah. You could find the weirdest thing to do a figure of 8 out of.
Yeah. Well, we've had another suggestion on WhatsApp. Harry says create a famous scene from a TV show or film. Okay. Somebody else said make an animation with Lego or something else, just as long as it's a few seconds. That would be good, actually, if we could have some stop motion.
I've got an app on my phone, actually, and it's free to download.
Cool.
I couldn't tell you which one it is. I think it's called Stop something or other.
Rather not have a face full of beard.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We had a face full of your beard.
Oh, sorry. Did you spot anything in there that I've kept for later?
We spotted some of your dinner, I think. Yeah.
Good. Good. So it's.
Should we make that as the suggestion then? Oh, it says not more drawing. Somebody says. Well, okay, that's fine. I mean, we could suggest either stop motion or some sort of animated or some sort of video of a scene in a movie, couldn't we?
So the app that I've got is free. Is called Stop Motion Studio, which is there.
Cool.
It's free to download, and it is really simple. It is so simple, anyone could do it. You know.
Yeah.
It counts down. It goes beep beep beep, and then you don't touch it, and it takes a photo.
Brilliant.
And, it's so simple.
Yeah. Okay. And I suppose if people haven't got it on their own phones, then they could always use a parent's phone, couldn't they?
Yeah, or you can get it on iPads and things like that, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Android.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use Lego for it. You could use a piece of paper, a drawing. You could cut things out, like I did.
Yeah. And if you didn't want to draw anything, you could use Lego figures or whatever you wanted, couldn't you?
Or you could use your own body.
Yep, that's true. Actually, yeah, I saw something on Facebook. Actually, somebody was different positions. They were led down, and they took a photo, and then they changed, and they took another photo. It was quite good. Yeah. All right. Leonardo, I don't have equipment. Well, you're taking pictures, Leonardo. That's all you need. I've got a picture about. Yeah, you've just shown us a picture of your knot, and that's all you need. Something to take a picture with. If you wanted to, and you haven't got the kit or the ability to do it, you could just send us a series of pictures, and we could quickly run through them, and then that would effectively be an animation. But anything like that, use your imagination. Right, okay. So movie scene using stop motion or a series of pictures all next to each other. Cool, I like that idea. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so that's the challenge. We've done camp at home. So it's pretty much, that's it. Should we unmute Ashley?
Hello.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello.
Oh, Martin's gone again. Martin's gone again. Right. Okay.
I was saying that they've said can't we bake these, Mark? Well, if you're going on the camp this weekend, you have a choice of baking 3 different things on campfire. So
you do.
You can be baking this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Mr. Ratcliffe says, how long left? Literally about to do flag. So if Millie would like to come back on the stream, Millicent, if you can come back to us, please. Click on the link again that I sent you. And you can do flag down. Go on, Millie. Where are you? Right, so think, guys, if you'd like to do flag next week, and then we can you can either send us a video of you doing it, and then I'll play it out on the stream, or we can do it live. But you need to be there, ready and waiting, okay? Because otherwise, it just we get delays and stuff like that, and some people get impatient and all that sort of stuff. Have we got a Millicent yet? We've got a Martin, but not a Millicent. Come on, Millie, where are you?
Every good home should have a Martin. To use to sweep the floor with.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm not sure Millie's coming. Okay. Right. Well, let's pretend that we've got Millie on the screen and she's lowering her flag, shall we? So, so troop alert. Okay, let's pretend that. Oh, we've got Millicent on the screen. Here she is. Is she coming? There she is. Hey, Millie.
Hey.
Okay. So we're still at the alert, guys. When you're ready, Millie, lower the flag. Oh, well done. Well done, Harry. Okay. Okay, right. So, troop alert. Troop dismissed. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tonight. Well done. Well done, Harry and Millie.